successful. Foreign Affairs Minister Geoffrey Onyema attended the closed-door session.
Mr. President is a great believer in good governance, in transparent governance, and also in impactful governance. Nigeria is one of the big contributors to the AU, and you want to see the benefits of what you're paying for, you see, and also the vision that we have for, for Africa. As I said, the Africa we want. We have a 2063 agenda, a roadmap, and it aligns and tallies very much with Mr. President's general vision, peace and security, good governance. He's been champion of the anti-corruption program of the African Union, so he also wants to see that institutionalized.
President Buhari calls for collaboration and greater coherence amongst all stakeholders towards the attainment of Agenda 2063. Meanwhile, Nigeria's candidate, Ambassador Bankole Adewoye, has been elected as the new Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security of the African Union Commission. Ambassador Adewoye was overwhelmingly supported by all the 55 member countries of the African Union.
That position is not significant for Nigeria alone, but for ECOWAS and indeed Africa. And when you look at precisely what is happening today in our sub-region, you realize, of course, that we need all that we can get to address the issues of insecurity in this around us. If you look at the Lake Chad Basin, if you look at the Sahel region, if you look at us here in Nigeria, Niger, and the rest of them, you realize, of course, that we need somebody that would galvanize and mobilize whatever resources, whatever it takes to assist us in addressing these matters of peace or lack of it and insecurity. So we need all the peace that we can get, we need all the security to enable us to address other issues of development. We have in our candidate somebody who has had the rare privilege of serving as chairperson of the African Union Committee on Peace and Security 3 times. And he is simply about the best that you can get today in Africa.
During the election, Musa Fahaki Mahamat was returned unopposed as the chairperson of the African Union Commission. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Now let's cross over to some political party stories. President of the Senate, Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, has joined other APC chieftains across the country in revalidating his membership of the All Progressives Congress at his polling unit in Katuzu Ward, but the local government area of Yobe State, flanked by the Yobe State Deputy Governor, associates and APC stalwarts in the state. The number 3 citizen described the exercise as another opportunity for the ruling party to woo more members into its fold. Yunusa Suleiman has details.
Amid an overwhelming enthusiasm from the party's supporters and loyalists, the President of the Senate, Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, has successfully revalidated his APC status after penning down all the necessary details in the revalidation form. With this, his loyalty and commitment to the ruling party are now being renewed.
We have so many Nigerians, millions, tens of millions of Nigerians who have come of age to join any political party of their choice. And majority of them have decided to pitch their tent with the APC. But they are not registered. This is an opportunity for them to be registered as members, bona fide members of this party.
The registration and revalidation exercise embarked by the ruling party, according to the President of the Senate, is another milestone for the party to register at least 100 million Nigerians into its fold.
Democracy is about the people to take and make decisions on behalf of themselves. This is taking the party to the grassroots. As Mr. President said in the 1 week ago, the party should be built bottom up.
The President of the Senate then congratulated President Muhammadu Buhari for flagging up the registration and revalidation exercise of APC membership in Daura town recently, as well as commended Chairman of the Caretaker Committee, Governor Maimala Buni, for his tremendous efforts in reconciling aggrieved party members across the country. In Damaturu, Yunusa Suleiman, NTA News.
In the meantime, the ongoing APC membership registration and revalidation exercise has become imperative to enable the party consolidate on its achievements and re-energize for subsequent elections. Niger State's governor and the national chairman, Registration and Revalidation Committee of the All Progressives Congress, Abubakar Sani Bello, gave the indication while flagging off the exercise at Alkali Mustafa Unit Central Ward, Kwatdangura. Hussaini Musa reports.
The All Progressives Congress membership registration and revalidation exercise is part of the constitutional provisions of the party adopted to produce comprehensive membership register through accurate and valid data generation. This is to enable the party plan ahead, formulate policies and programs that will encourage an all-inclusive participation. Governor Abubakar Sani Bello, who monitored the exercise alongside Chairman North Central Zone Supervisory Committee of the initiative, Senator Osita Izunaso, took turns to encourage both eligible and prospective members of the party to avail themselves of the ongoing opportunity and join the winning team.
The process is not to favor or to work against anyone. We want to grow the party. People make party. We want people to join our party, so we cannot close our doors.
The only major complaint, they have said that there are insufficient materials, which we are going to address, because everybody that wants to be registered will be registered.
They promised to tackle head-on pockets of challenges encountered during the registration process. The governor and other members of his entourage were revalidated after meeting the necessary requirements and issued the party's membership card. Imena Hussaini Musa, NTA News.
And still on the APC registration and revalidation exercise, the publicity committee of the Contact and Mobilization Committee, headed by Governor Yahya Bello, has called on Nigerians, especially women and the youth, to see the exercise as a golden opportunity to register and own the ruling party. The Publicity Subcommittee also praised the caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, headed by Governor Meyi Malabuni of Yobe State, for its reconciliation of the crisis in many states, especially the Zamfara State chapter, saying it was not in doubt that Rivers, Imo and Kwara would be equally reconciled. The subcommittee recalled that the registration and revalidation exercise became imperative primarily because the party's quest to construct a national data member register was aborted by the People's Democratic Party in 2013, when the PDP failed in all manner of antics to desperately stop our registration by INEC in 2013, ignobly stimulated the Department of Security Service, DSS, to demolish our data center in Lagos. Hence, the good efforts made by our national leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, at the onset in building a data center was regrettably smashed by the DSS. Today, we could have had accurate national data membership register. The statement noted that President Buhari had laid the solid foundation for promotion of the doctrine of internal democracy and people's ownership of the APC during his revalidation at Daura. The Publicity Subcommittee further implored all Nigerians to adhere to the admonition of President Buhari, who said, "No more crowning from Abuja downward. Let the people know this and appreciate it, that they are in charge of their constituencies and they are in charge of the party." Now, the revalidation of APC membership is also ongoing in Lagos. Dotun Ogunyemi tells us more on that and other stories from that center. Over to you, Dotun.
Thank you, Ayodeji. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, this Saturday revalidated his membership of the All Progressives Congress in Surulere, Lagos, urging members to participate fully in the exercise, which is ongoing nationwide. Benga Oluide reports.
The Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, arrived the venue of the exercise in company of some state and national leaders of the party. Among them, the Sunan National Coordinator, APC Membership Registration, Southwest, Senator Lawan Shuaib. Senator Shuaib supervised the membership validation of the Speaker in his Ward G2 Surulere local government area. The Speaker, after his revalidation, encouraged members alike to avail themselves of the opportunity to be members of APC.
We want to say our register, along with young men and women, the youth, who basically, as far as I'm concerned, own this country today. We want to see them registered under APC.
COVID-19 protocols was duly observed at the venue of the exercise. In Lagos, Binga Oluyede, NTA News.
And away from the APC revalidation exercise, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has made history by swearing in 18 permanent secretaries in a single day in the state. The event also featured the inauguration of the state's Joint Revenue Committee to encourage tax compliance across the metropolis. Musa Toliat has details.
The administration of oath sets the tone for what to expect from the newly appointed 18 permanent secretaries, which comprises 10 women and 8 men. The head of service, Hakim Muri Okwala, said the selection process that produced the permanent secretaries placed emphasis on merit, affirmative action, and geographical consideration.
The envisaged outcome was deliberate and deliberately designed with the goals of the theme's agenda in mind.
The appointees pledged their commitment with assurances not to let the state government down.
We would like to pledge solemnly that we are working for you to achieve our lofty aims of being the state of excellence in Nigeria.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu charged the new appointees to strengthen the synergy between the executive and permanent secretaries with a view to delivering good governance to Lagos residents.
It is time to put those ideas to work and in the same spirit be prepared to tackle other challenges that would come your way. But indeed, we know that we have made the right choices and we're enthused with the fact that we know that you will not disappoint us.
In a related development, the governor also inaugurated a 7-man joint revenue committee to harmonize and improve Lagos State revenue generation drive.
The rigorous selection exercise, which started with not less than 400 civil and public servants, has culminated in the swearing in of these permanent secretaries. Now, this group of 18, as they've been called, are expected to drive the theme's agenda of this administration and take service delivery to the next level. In Lagos, I am Musa Toliat, NTA News.
It was a dramatic scene at the seating of the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Restitution for Victims of SARS and other related matters, as the panel split into two over the ruling granting LCC's application to take possession of the Lekki Tollgate Plaza. 5 members were in support of the ruling, while 5 others were against. Hinganu John Adams has details.
Application by the Lekki Concession Company to take back the Lekki Tollgate Plaza was granted by the panel, but with a little dramatic turn of events. 5 members of the panel, led by the chairman, Justice Doris Okuobi retired, sat over the application of LCC to repossess the Lekki Tollgate Plaza and listened to submissions from the LCC, Lagos State Government, and NSAS protesters' councils. The 4 other members of the panel abstained from sitting. After listening to arguments by the councils, Justice Okuobi, in her ruling, granted the application.
No party has shown any further need to investigate there, and to say evidence of the witness not yet called must be awaited before giving opportunity to LCC to take over a toll plaza will be cloistered justice, not taking in the best interest of all the parties. The order made for repossession is for purpose of evaluation of the plaza by LCC insurance, renovation and total control of the aforesaid plaza from today henceforth.
After ruling, the 4 dissenting panel members emerged from the inner chamber to read their judgment on the matter.
The panel remains one and is in no way divided in general terms on its mandate. However, the 4 members who absented themselves believe and hold firmly that this panel must convey its holistic and credible decisions on events and not its majority decisions only.
Their action were disputed by Counsel for LCC and Counsel for Lagos State Government. The breach in proceedings led to adjournment of all other cases scheduled for the day. In Lagos, Hingino John Adams, NTA News.
Let's now take a break. Ayodeji will be back with more reports on Nationwide.
A new edition of TV Guide is out with special focus on the game changer, His Excellency Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State. Broadcasting in a digital economy, Maxwell Logo gives an insight. This edition also features Nancy Naji of AIT, a name synonymous with business. Meet the NCDC boss, Dr. Chikwe Ihekweazu. TV Guide, your indispensable companion, also x-rays the relevance of social media in the modern society. Meet some TV professionals who have impacted their spaces and other inspiring stories in sports, entertainment, and lots more. Grab a copy at the vendor near you or NTA stations nationwide. TV Guide, your indispensable companion.
Life can be very eventful. We curiously expect things to happen, even when we don't know what. Our human nature makes us like and repost lots of information. Some are unverified, inciting anger and hate. Sometimes innocently, other times the urge to break it first. This, in most cases, has caused destruction in many nations.
Wonderful news. The village headmaster is coming back to your screen. Mo wire abi mi o wire. Teacher no more. A fẹ́ lọ wá nǹkan jẹ. Teacher jọ̀wọ́. A fẹ́ lọ wá nǹkan jẹ. Ọmọ onírẹsì ti dé.
Ajebo na better school for last gidi. Not be all this on a rugged school for Ijabi. I don't know for you.
Second, it's called Oja Village. Kadesi. We know happy at all.
And I know that even you too, you are getting a lot of orders. Hey, we are trying, Shao. Sweep her leg out. She was standing there. Sweep it.
I love you so much.
And how did I give you the impression that I was interested in that position?
50-year anniversary.
You mean anniversary?
I mean, I talk with that now.
Not for me. Not for me because of Pamio.
Now let's continue with some electoral matters. Shehu Saleh Rijo of the All Progressives Grand Alliance has emerged the overall winner of the Magama Rijo Federal Constituency rerun election after defeating two other contestants with more than 400 votes. INEC returning officer Professor Yaya Tanko declared him the winner in an election that was adjudged to be peaceful, free and fair. Musa Mikhail, who witnessed the exercise, now reports from Niger State.
The election, which featured three political parties, saw the position keenly contested for by the candidates of All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA, African Democratic Congress, ADC, and People's Democratic Party, PDP. Saleh Shehu Rijo of ABGA, having secured the highest vote cast ahead of Alamu Emmanuel of PDP and Nasir Yusuf of ADC, was declared elected by INEC returning officer, Professor Yaya Tanko Baba.
Yusuf Nasiru of the ADC party scored 336. Shehu Saleh Rijo of the ABGA scored 22,965. Alamu Emmanuel of the PDP scored 22,507. That Shehu Saleh Rijo of ABGA, having certified the requirements of the law, is hereby declared winner and returned elected.
It will be recalled that the rerun election into the Magama Rijo Federal House of Representatives was sequel to a Court of Appeal order which annulled the previous election and also disqualified the All Progressive Congress from participating in the rerun 3 months ago. In Rijo, Musa Mikhail, NTA News.
The Court of Appeal Abuja Division has upheld the disqualification of Francis Chukwuma Ibezim from being recognized as the Imo North senatorial candidate for the All Progressives Congress APC in the December 4, 2020 by-election. The judgment arose from a pre-election suit filed by one Asomuga Tony Elebeke seeking Ibezim's disqualification following discrepancies in his credentials. Olabodi Arewa reports.
Tony Asomuga had approached the Federal High Court in Abuja praying to have Ibezim's nomination set aside for giving false information to INEC. A three-man panel of the Court of Appeal in a unanimous judgment on Saturday upheld the December 4, 2020 judgment by Justice Ian Gekwo of the Federal High Court Abuja in the suit filed by Asomuga Tony Eleneke, disqualifying Ibezim for making a false claim about his age and educational credentials in the documents submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The court, while setting aside his nomination, said Ibezim was indeed not qualified to be the APC senatorial candidate for Imo North. The court also observed that the applicant failed to reconcile the obvious differences in his names, as indicated on his work certificate and other documents submitted to INEC. His appeal was therefore dismissed for lacking in merit. Olabodarewa, NTA News.
Kaduna is the next port of call, where Suleiman is standing by with the next set of reports. Hello, Suleiman.
Thank you very much, Ayodeji, and welcome to Kaduna. Bandits on Saturday attacked Kutemeshi village in Birnangwari local government area of Kaduna State, killing 14 persons. A statement by the State Commissioner of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aron, says bandits same day attacked Kujeni village in Kajuru local government, killing 5, leaving several others with bullet wounds. Governor Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, who has been monitoring the security situation at the locations, expressed sadness over the attacks. The governor directed the Kaduna State Emergency Management Agency to urgently provide relief materials to the affected communities. Finding a common front against Nigeria's enemies across ethnic and religious lines should be the goal of all Nigerians for the country to tackle its security, economic, and social challenges. This was the submission of Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State during his official visit to Jigawa State for the inauguration of township routes at Babura local government area, the country home of Governor Muhammad Badaru Abubakar. Muhammad Musa Askira has the details.
Governor David Umahi says the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable, hence political leaders must stand united to address the perceived unhealthy inter-ethnic conflict caused by shared sentiments and stereotyping of one group of citizens against the other. He described his coming to Jigawa State as a positive move to reinvigorate the long-standing cordial relationship between the southeast and the northern region.
All over every part of Nigeria, you have good people, you have bad people. But criminality will never be ascribed to any particular tribe or religion. So we assure you that those of your people that are living with us, we are making every effort to safeguard them.
He is the leader in the southeast that comes out to say we are not in support of those people trying to create war in this land, that are trying to molest Fulani, they are trying to molest Hausas in there. And he said, we as leaders of the southeast, we are not in support of these people, and we will fight those people that are fighting our people from the north. We preach peace, we preach love, we preach unity, we preach one Nigeria.
Governor David Umahi's inauguration of the 12.4 kilometers of Barbara Township roads with drainages and streetlights is fourth in the series of similar exercise carried out by 3 other governors in less than 5 months. Leaders of Igbo community in Jigawa State also witnessed the event, emphasizing the need for stronger unity among Nigerians to aid national development. From Dutse, Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
And ahead of the reopening of boarding schools in Katsina State, the government is working in synergy with security agencies to ensure adequate protection of lives and property of the students. This came to the fore 2 weeks after full academic activities resumed at public, private, and community primary and secondary schools, which were closed since December 2020, following the abduction and subsequent rescue of 344 students of Government Science Secondary School, Kankara. Shehu Adamu reports.
The reopening of day primary and secondary schools in Katsina State restored hope in the minds of pupils and students in their educational pursuit. In all the schools visited within Katsina Metropolis, students were seen in high spirit for academic activities, while authorities made adequate arrangements to ensure strict compliance with COVID-19 safety protocols.
We thank God that the government responded immediately and the school resumed.
To ensure adequate security at schools in Katsina, the State Ministry of Education established security committee in schools involving traditional and religious leaders, security agents and PTA members, among others.
We ensure all schools to have particular session for prayers at assemblies, before the closure of schools, and sometime during classroom activities.
Other security agencies like the Army, the Civil Defense, the SSS, are also our partners. We are synergizing with them in securing the schools.
The committee that are to work in synergy with security operatives are to ensure adequate protection of the lives and property of the students for successful academic activities. In Katsina, Shehu Adamu, NTA News.
And with that report, Ayodeji, take it away from here.
Thanks, Suleiman. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has flagged off the distribution of palliatives to smallholder farmers to boost agricultural activities in the Northeast. Musa Baba Aliyu reports that persons with special needs are also beneficiaries of the intervention.
This group of persons with special needs are prayerfully waiting to be told why they are invited by the officials of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. Just opposite them are these farming inputs and equipment for distribution. They are palliative to be given to farmers affected by the COVID-19 lockdown and the 2020 flood disaster.
Present one of the persons with special needs.
35-year-old Adamu, who suffered from poliomyelitis at an early age, is the first to benefit from the gesture. He got a water pumping machine and seeds. The next beneficiary is this lady. She's, unlike Adamu, received these juice-producing kits. Minister of State for Agriculture, Mustafa Baba Shahuri, says government is out to support any person or group of people willing to go into farming.
Calling on other stakeholders to provide similar support to farmers so that together we can defeat COVID-19 pandemic and become self-sufficient.
We urge all our people to use these products that are brought to them judiciously for the purpose of the enhancement of their livelihoods and the economy of Gombe State and Nigeria at large.
Similar palliative have been distributed in 7 states, with Gombe now the 8th. From Gombe, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Still on agriculture, the federal government is set to provide loans and expertise to rice farmers in Akwa Ibom State. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Ita Enang, disclosed this when he led officials of the federal government, CBN and NISAL on assessment tour of a rice farm in Ikotesien, Ibiono local government area of Akwa Ibom State. And Sika Okon, who followed the team for NTA News, now reports.
Ensure proper implementation of its agricultural scheme to enhance food sufficiency in the country. Officials of the federal government's agricultural program inspected the rice farm at Ikoresen community in Ibionibom local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Leader of the team, who is the senior special assistant to the president on Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Itainan, says the federal government is committed to boost agricultural sector and will continue to provide needed support to farmers in terms of loan, farming equipment, among others.
This canal can sustain fish. So you don't only create this canal for water for them to use in planting. Please bring in fingerlings and put it here so that it can grow. Within 3 months, they will harvest. As they harvest the rice, they will also harvest the fish.
By that, a lot of employment opportunities will be generated. It is agricultural value chain. From this rice, we are going to have a lot of people producing rice seedling that will be sent to the farm.
Some of the farmers who expressed gratitude to the federal government say the rice farm is over 200 hectares. If government provide power tiller, seedling, tractor, among others, will help them to improve the cultivation, generate employment opportunity and food sufficiency.
If we develop this land to the point that we are farming 3 times in a year, I'm believing that it will go a long way to solve our problems.
The cultivation of rice farm in Ikoresen, which started 4 years ago, currently has 52 registered farmers. In Uyo, Nsikak Okon, NTA.
Now, the intentions of the federal government in reviving agriculture as an alternative to oil is yielding the desired outcome. Emmanuel Akila reports that in Gombe State, the farmers' harvest of cotton for the 2020 wet season farming, funded under the Anchor Borrowers Program of the Central Bank of Nigeria, has brought back the cotton pyramids long forgotten.
The era of financial difficulties and bad markets that caused setback to cotton production in Nigeria is over, courtesy of the renewed political will of the Buhari administration that came about the Anchor Borrowers Program by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, hundreds of metric tons of cottons have been harvested in the northeast in the last wet season farming, and the CBN has come to receive the harvest to sell to local cotton processing companies.
You can see the quantity now. A very large quantity of cotton. They are still bringing. They have not finished bringing because we have just started. So the effort made by the government, by the CBN at the federal level, and also by the state government ensuring production of this season and the security, I think has affected the production.
The arrangement by the CBN is a win-win situation for both cotton farmers and the local ginaries, with a value chain of employment opportunities for Nigerians.
How do we take this Anchor Borrowers Program scheme to the CTG sector? Well, that's been done already by the CBN. Like I said, it's a value chain intervention. As they supported the farmers with input financing, likewise they supported the ginaries, giving them cheap funding to be able to buy from the farmers.
The funds by the CBN are provided to the farmers through commercial banks, another boost to the financial institutions to help them drive private sector-based economy in the country. In Gombe, Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
It's time to join Obehi in our Benin studio for top stories around that axis. Over to you.
Thank you, Ayodeji, for joining us in Benin. The Edo State Police Command says it is devising strategies to ensure a secured, safe and stable environment to promote economic progress and social interaction. This the command seeks to achieve through community policing and interaction with critical stakeholders, groups and other sister agencies in the state. The State Commissioner of Police gave the impression while briefing newsmen on the successes recorded in the state in the last 3 weeks. Udakobong Achibong reports.
Following the commencement of the membership registration and revalidation across the country, the All Progressive Congress APC believe that it is important to synergize with state governments to achieve successful exercise.
This is 3 weeks since Philip Ogbado resumed duty in Edo State as the Commissioner of Police. He is therefore bringing to public glare the successes recorded by the command between January 13 and February 5. Part of the successes include arrest of about 68 suspects involved in kidnapping, armed robbery, cultism, and car snatching. The command recovered AK-45 rifles, pistols, ammunition, cartridges, as well as 8 vehicles, 1 motorcycle, 6 handsets from the suspects. While 13 kidnapped victims were rescued, 8 suspects lost their lives. The State Commissioner of Police admits that these feats would not have been possible without a robust patrol system and tactical operations. For Philip Ogbado, securing the state is a task that must be done by engaging communities, intelligence-led policing, boost the morale of personnel, and build public confidence towards the police.
We intend to have town hall stakeholder meetings, and we want to ensure it commences regularly. Strategic stakeholders are going to be carried along, and they are going to play a lot of advisory roles. We have started consultation. The command is liaising with all other groups, like the vigilante groups, the hunters. But we are not going to create another police system. We are going to make use of them, because some of this terrain they know very well.
The State Police Commissioner later led newsmen to see the criminal suspects, as some of them confessed to their crimes.
I'm a trailer driver. I don't get one for hand again. As I sit down for us, they come here, I will follow some of my friend, go journey, they come back, they give me like 1,000 or 2,000. The crime I committed that was I made a gun for people who are robbers.
He is happy that no personnel's life was lost in the line of duty during the period under review. He acknowledges the support of government and others and sues for more. In Benin, Odrakobong Achibong, NTA News.
Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi has assured the Membership Registration Committee of the All Progressives Congress APC of necessary support to enhance smooth revalidation and registration exercise in the state. The state governor said this during a stakeholder sensitization on the exercise in Ado-Ekiti. Ayodeji Ogunshaki reports.
Following the commencement of the membership registration and revalidation across the country, the All Progressive Congress APC believe that it is important to synergize with state governments to achieve successful exercise. Governor Fayemi, represented by his chief of staff, while hosting the delegation from the National Secretariat of the party on the stakeholder sensitization, explained that government will play its role in ensuring that the party record positive results in all activities.
If you don't take stock of what you have, you will never know when it gets depleted. So what we are doing is like a stock taking and a signal towards the future.
The team leader noted that the ruling party, APC, will always support and work towards the success of all policies and programs, even as it is wooing more members to join the party.
I really appreciate the way the people behave
And we're happy that we have concluded this today's program very peacefully and successful.
So our registration will actually bring us together. New members will come in, existing members will be revalidated.
Members of the Registration and Revalidation Committee were, however, challenged to ensure strict compliance with COVID-19 protocols in the conduct of the exercise. From Adekiti, Ayode Jogunshaki, NTA News.
And that's it from Benin. The news continues shortly after this break.
The broadcast media ecosystem is dynamic and requires continuous training for practitioners to perform optimally. NTA TV College Jos invites relevant officers to the following specially packaged training programs. Intermediate online news reporting skills. Date 1st March to 12th March 2021. 2 weeks. Studio lighting indoor and outdoor. Date 1st March to 5th March 2021. 1 week. Modern trends in broadcast media marketing. Date 15th March to 9th April 2021. 4 weeks. Understanding public service rules and mastering the art of standard minute writing, reports, memoranda, and briefs. Date 15th February to 12th March 2021. 4 weeks. The course fee for the 4-week courses is 100,000 naira per participant. The fee for the 2-week course is 80,000 naira, while the course fee for the 1-week course is 40,000 naira only. Accommodation inclusive. Venue for all the courses is the serene and secure environment of NTA TV College near Old Government House, Rayfield, Jos. For more inquiries, please call 0803-314-4383 or 0806-980-9807. NTA TV College, Jos. Training you to be the best you want to be.
Nigerian youths are about the greatest assets the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth entrepreneurship support, yes, by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of patience and time, it can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria. Pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV Channel 251, GoTV Channel 91, Freeview UK Channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
Although social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless, it becomes harmful and damaging when used without discretion and thoughtfulness. Bad social media users spread rumors and fake news without verification. But good social media users stop, reflect, and verify information before sharing it. Be a good social media user. Stop the spread of fake news. Verify the authenticity of your source and use social media responsibly for a better Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency.
You're welcome back. Latest figures by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, confirms 1,588 new cases of COVID-19 in the country. A breakdown shows that Lagos has 535, which is the highest number, followed by Anambra 218, Oyo 155, the Federal Capital Territory 150, Kano 124, Gombe 60, Kaduna 49, Ebonyi 48, and Plateau 46. Others are Akwa Ibom 39, Niger 37, Edo 33, Katsina 23, Rivers 18, Taraba 15, Nasarawa 14, Ogun 11, Delta 9, 2 each in Ekiti and Jigawa states. The 1,588 new cases bring the total number of confirmed cases to 139,242, with 112,557 discharged and 1,647 deaths, unfortunately. The House of Representatives Committee on Youth Development says measures have been put in place to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in orientation camps of the National Youth Service Corps across the country. During an oversight visit to the NYSC camp in Kefi, Nasarawa State, Chairman of the committee, Representative Yemi Adaramudu, assured that corps members and other officials have been strictly observing non-pharmaceutical measures as stipulated.
Then you have to do the sanitizing, then even going around within the camp itself, so you can see that COVID-19 protocols are being adhered to, so there's no cause for alarm.
The committee is liaising with state governments to provide needed facilities for the exercise. The delegation before the port in Kefi paid homage to the Emir of Kefi, Dr. Shiu Chindo Yamusa III. As one of the purest forms of art, poetry relieves man's daily sobs and experiences as aptly captured in a new literary work titled Something About Everything, authored by Brigadier General Dele Arogundade, a serving officer in the Nigerian Army. Gufan Shaji, who was at the book presentation, reports that the 102-page book proffers answers to some questions and challenges confronting the world.
Writing of any sort is hugely an emotional activity that buds from life experiences. Arogundade's book has enduring titles and sections of reflective poems like Cloudy Matters, eulogies, places, and random vibes, touching on something about everything.
Very poetic way of providing answers to complexities with literary points at deadly challenges of leadership, poverty, and more. In the midst of all of this, Arogundade preaches tranquility.
Arogundade's works reflect his desire to put ink on paper about everything that has caught his fancy in an ever-evolving world.
I practice engineering, but I find more fulfillment in writing than engineering, because that is the natural me. When you discover yourself, you develop those potentials. Ultimately, your potentials will pay your bills.
You saw his talent in the literary cycle and encouraged him to put pen to paper, and the result is what you are seeing.
Besides his writing prowess, the Brigadier General also caters for the less privileged. He says donations from this book presentation will be channeled to the education of the less privileged. Abuja, Gufan Shaji, NTA News.
Makudi is our last port of call on Nationwide, and let's join Hemba Fan, who is our guide.
Makudi. 23,000 persons in Benue State have been gainfully employed under the federal government's Extended Public Works program, which is expected to last for 3 months. The Minister for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Senator George Akume, while flagging off the scheme, says the federal government is committed towards ensuring that millions of Nigerians are employed and trained to acquire skills for enhanced development of the country. Godwin Inalibu reports from the IBB Square Makudi venue of the flag-off.
After the successful conduct of the pilot phase of the program in 8 states of the Federation, President Muhammad Buhari approved the implementation to all the 774 local government areas of the Federation. In Benue State, 23,000 unemployed youths would be positively touched in the next 3 months.
A very good initiative. We thank the federal government for giving us this opportunity, and we believe that we are going to do something great out of it.
So if I get this money, I will invest it in one business.
Flagging off the program, Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Senator George Akume, expressed hope that the program will provide the necessary economic palliatives to the beneficiaries drawn from the 23 local government areas of the state.
The federal government shall closely monitor the implementation of the program to ascertain the efficient utilization of every resource, human material, connected to the program.
Governor Samuel Otom, who was represented by his deputy Benson Abonu, commended Mr. President for the initiative and encouraged the benefiting youths to take advantage of the program to better their livelihood.
It is our responsibility to ensure the proper development of the youth.
State coordinator of the directorate, Musa Balasada Oki, said, with the takeoff of the program, communities in Benue State will receive a facelift through the activities of the participants as they will be engaged in various public works.
The program is a very significant step in Nigeria's quest to win the war against mass unemployment as well as to ameliorate the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Appropriate working tools as well as protective wears have been provided for all the participants in their daily work schedule. In Makudi, Godwin, Inalibu, NTA News.
As Nigerians continue to grapple with coronavirus pandemic as attendant challenges, residents of Makudi, the Benue State capital, have expressed worries that these could have adverse effects on the attainment of food security in the state and the nation in general. Ashizi Rubep completes the reports.
Benedicta and Joy are a few out of many traders at the Wurukum markets within the state capital that get their goods directly from farmers in the villages to sell in the town. Until now, business was good, but presently, getting the same items from the villages is gradually becoming a difficult task due to what they termed fear of coronavirus, as the farmers could not interact. They have to obey COVID-19 protocols, thereby limiting their productivity.
We can't sell the market. When we go village, the farmer, they are put price on high. We can't able to buy something.
People are scared and people are feeling that maybe if we travel out, maybe they will convert the disease.
We need more funding from in agriculture. We need fertilizer to come on time.
The Director of Agricultural Services in the state, Thomas Unongu, says government is not relenting in its efforts to ensure farmers are provided with adequate protection kits as well as basic farm implements at highly subsidized prices.
Despite the issue of COVID-19, people are still going to their farms as when due. So we are expecting that it will not affect food security negatively in the state.
He affirmed that a sustainable solution will require private sector engagement. In Makudi, Ashezigo Pep, NTA News.
That's it for Makudi. Is over to Ayodeji in Abuja for the continuation of Nationwide.
Thanks, Hembafan. The National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons has flagged off the distribution of items in Basa local government area of Plateau State. The reports.
Local government area has had to contend with farmers' headers clash, which led to destruction of lives and properties and scores of persons forced to take refuge with relations without adequate means of livelihood. To this end, 18 communities have benefited from intervention by the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons with basic items to enhance the lives of the displaced persons.
It is good that they brought this thing for us. We are delighted because a lot of us have lost our source of living.
Many people that don't have anything or that lost things.
For the Commission, beyond providing relief materials, it has embarked on an initiative tagged Project Reliance to train IDPs in 50 different skills, and has commenced pilot mass housing scheme to resettle IDPs in the country.
One mandate that we have is to ensure that people are skilled, because once you have somebody who is skilled, you take him out of poverty.
Debryan Rikwe, represented, while commending the federal and state governments, reaffirmed their commitment to pursuing peace.
Sign a memorandum of peace. There should be a coexistence between us and the Fulani.
So we are working hard to see that this community, peace return to the community.
The distribution is part of efforts aimed at protecting and promoting human rights of internally displaced persons, refugees, and migrants. From Basa local government area of Plateau State, Indenyan and the Abuja, NTA News.
And that rounds off Nationwide this Sunday. I'm Ayodeji. Mike Inde, please remember to join the NTA to stand against rape and rapists to be a star. Good evening.